Hello everybody and welcome to Evermizer Weekly Seed number 45 for the year 2024. Do not be alarmed. Leoned has some technical difficulties here at the beginning. As you can see here, he's going to pause it, and by the time he gets everything sorted out and unpaused, he and Solar should be matched up again, should be synced up. By the way, Leoned versus Solar in our pseudo race today. Let's see what our settings are while everything is kind of stirring and spinning forward. Difficulty is easy. We got a full boss rush in store for our runners at the end. Okay, here it comes. Did I set this up correctly? There's an energy core fragment. Wait. All right, good enough. Yes, both of them have picked up an energy core fragment at the beginning. Let's see what else they pick up. So that is one of our goals, or that is our goal, is to get energy core fragments, and the split there is quite incredible. It is 25 possible energy core fragments in the pool. All 25 are required. On top of that, the allowed glitches does not include the sequence breaking, the skips. It does include infinite ammo, atlas, and wings. So that means that all 25 fragments for the energy core are required to complete the seed, so that's fun. So both of the runners getting the skip here, Solar doing his a little bit sooner. What else do we have? All accessible items. Solar's going to be picking up some items here in a second. Some call beads, nice. Gourds are randomized. Alchemy and boss checks are pooled with an emphasis on bosses. Sniff ingredients are vanilla. Alchemy formulas are fully randomized. Call bead spells are fully randomized. As I said earlier, glitches are infinite ammo, atlas, and wings. And experience, we've got 185% and money 203%. So that's what we've got going on for this seed. So probably going to be a little bit longer than some of the ones that we've seen recently. Oh, and I say that, there's the laser lance that Leoned has found. And another energy core fragment in a hut. Or no, wait. I'm missing things. Hold on. Who's found what? Hold on. Who's on first? I'm messing things up right now. I'm looking at things backwards. I've got my eyes crossed. What am I even doing? Okay. There, I think I have everything set up correctly now, perhaps. Solar is looking for the skip here. And gets it. So we'll be able to skip the early area, the cutscene for Fire Eyes, and is just gonna descend from the heavens into the hut. Another core fragment found by Leoned, and he's just going to walk up and knock on the front door like a polite person, not trying to act like some sort of angelic deity to the peoples in this prehistoric village, like some people. Flash, just outright, and it's water and oil. So that is castable early on, that's nice. Solar walking back in to open up these pots. Another energy core fragment. So Leoned did not get that. Check that pot. The gourd at the very north of the village that leads towards the volcano entrance and the mammoth graveyard and all that stuff. So that's going to give Solar a nice leg up here at the beginning. If he does not go and get that, that's a lot of extra damage. That is... other than the bazooka, the most powerful weapon in the game. All of the weapons that are from Omnitopia, from the Act 4 area, deal, I think, have a strength of 50 damage. Okay, so Leoned did get it. Okay, maybe I saw it. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it marked on his tracker. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and go south first towards Strongheart's hut. and see what these gourds have. Solar, instead, is opting to head east. Some thunderballs found, and firepower. Okay. Acorns and mushroom. Not going to be casting that anytime soon. But it would have been nice if he had picked up a spell that was castable, that also did a lot of damage. I mean, firepower, very powerful magic. Very powerful alchemy spell. But just not really available right now, especially since these Sniff ingredients are vanilla. So not going to be finding any random mushroom. I mean, in Gourds. Gourds are randomized. But the Sniff ingredients, you're going to be finding just the normal stuff for this area, for this act. Not going to be happening upon any mushrooms in the bug muck, or in the jungle forest, which I think is just called a jungle. No, it's a jungle forest. It's a specific type of forest. Alright, so Leoned is done with everything in the southern jungle and is now headed east towards the Badlands and getting the Jaguar ring. Miracle Cure, 2 bone, 1 vinegar. Solar decides to go ahead and turn on Flash. Why not? He can buy water and oil from this gentleman right here. And picks up a lot of stuff that whizzed by real fast. I wasn't able to see what everything was. There's another fragment. Leoned spending a little bit of time quickly leveling up against these skeletons. Once again with experience gain of 185 and a money gain of 203. Worth it to sit and farm a little bit early on. And easily able to do that with the laser lance. So Leoned is now stopping off at the merchant to get the Jaguar ring. Solar hoofing it through the front part of the big bug. So yeah, 25 energy core fragments in the pool, and all of them are required. So we're going to be seeing a pretty thorough clear of the game. But I mean, already, what, a quarter of them found. So. Alright, Solar is now starting his fight against Thrax. Has a few call beads, has a few casts of flash in his arsenal, also has a laser lance. Leoned now getting down into the bug muck. Let's see, he's got 5 casts of flash, which he's just going to full send, just machine gun there. And deals about a quarter of Thrax's health with that burst barrage. And is letting the dog tank the screams, or trying to knock in. He's like caught in the, he's like stuck in the ribs. Gonna go ahead and heal up the dog. Leoned also buying water and oil to keep a lot of flash on hand. Saved up a little bit more money from fighting some skeletons. Solar's doing quite well through this fight. And, yep, that was it. That seems like that is the end of Thrax. Leoned is, I don't know, the dog is telling him he's taking, I guess he's got another something to do. So Thrax is down for Solar. Leonid's dog is desperately going, hey, there are 3 gourds over here. They smell real nice. You should come check them out. Come on. A bronze spear. Boo. Oh, Leoned not caring about those gourds. I don't know if there was anything worthwhile in there. I may be one. No, he has, yeah. He has 1 energy fragment extra from the southern jungle that Solar has not found yet, but he will come across that in a second. So Leoned now getting into the front part of the bug. The Night Basher, wow, a lot of weapons, wow. This is a surprising amount of weapons found in the first act, which gives a lot of access. Which is nice to have, but also not nice to have, because instead of getting funneled one way to go, oh, well, I'll just go do this particular stuff that I can, it's like, well, I can kind of do everything. And in doing that, you know, how lucky am I going to be? There's not necessarily a quote-unquote correct logical thing to do that you're being pushed towards. It's just, all right, now that you have access to a bunch of things all at the very beginning of the game, how lucky are you going to be? But I have a feeling that it's not so much luck as it is just thoroughness that's going to come down to being the deciding factor for this particular run. Solar now on his way back to the village, and Leoned has one more gourd to check on the left-hand side before going in to fight Thrax himself. And the timers are still synced up. Good job, me. Alright, yeah, Solar's on his way through the southern jungle to Strongheart's hut. Leoned now starting his fight with Thrax, and has a lot more casts of Flash in his arsenal than Solar did. Solar picking up those Thunderballs. Infinite ammo, so that's nice once he gets the bazooka. Both of our runners will have infinite Thunderballs. Half of Thrax's health done with that first barrage, and Flash levels up to level 1. Leoned going ahead and throwing another Octocast down. And that should be it. Yep, Thrax goes down much quicker. So Leoned makes up a little bit of time here with having a much faster fight, just having more flashes to cast. So that's good for him. Solar's done with everything in the southern part of the jungle. Is going to go talk to the alchemist on the left-hand side here. Leoned is going to be picking up his bronze spear, and we'll be picking up the Night Basher soon. Solar learns heal. Not even going to look at what the alchemical makeup of that alchemy is, of that spell. The alchemy of the alchemy? You don't say, Crash. I do. I do say. Alright, and Solar is out of here. Going on to future pastures. And Leoned is done with everything in the big bug. He's going to pick up his Night Basher here. So let's see where Solar decides to go first. Probably Act 2. That's just what, yeah. Go ahead and talk to the alchemist here. Talk to the Atlas alchemist. Go ahead and get wings. Talk to the fishmonger. Do the whole blimp cutscene. Get the timer started. Alright, Solar bumping into the Atlas alchemist here. Let's see what he's got for us. Hardball. Oh boy. Leoned checking in on his call bead situation, and is now on his way back to the village. Solar picking up a full set of wings. Wings glitch is on. Atlas glitch is on. Solar's going to go up here and talk to the fishmonger and see what he gets. Acid Rain. Not a great spell. Leoned now going to talk to the new alchemist on the west side and get heal. And Solar's on his way south now through the Desert of Doom. And gets the rock skip. Alright, here comes a long cutscene for Blimp for Solar. Leoned now headed towards the Windwalker himself. And Leoned is going to Nobilia. He just took a scenic route. Force field learned. That could be nice. Gunpowder and crystal. Ugh. Gross. It would be nice to cast if you come across any gunpowder. And you also come across Atlas, but Alright, Solar has now made his way to Crustacea and is going to go up into the caves here, check out what they have to offer. Leoned's bumping into the Atlas Alchemist and is going to be picking up some wings in just a second. Not much so far here in Crustacea. There's one more place to check here. Nah. So just a bunch of ingredients, a little bit of healing. Nothing really spectacular in the Gourds there. Solar sending the dog across the river, and Leoned is done with everything here in Nobilia and is about to head south through the desert. Solar can break open this rock and talk to this alchemist here, the Drain Alchemist, since he has both runners have the Night Basher. There's an energy core fragment. Was it 2 of them? It was 2 of them. And he learns, stop! Alright, Leoned gets the rock skip and is going to set up the long cutscene here with Blimp. And Solar now getting on the gondola, whatever you want to call this, to get across the river. And can break down all these rocks here on the west side. The Atom Smasher. Neat. So many weapons, jeez. Ooh, big hit from a spider there. That was like half his health. And Solar throws himself into the pit to teleport to Horus's camp. And then Lance learned, what is that? Vinegar and Acorn. Leoned now picking up his force field, running back in to check the Gourds here. Solar also picking up the spells from Horus, his call beads. So with the Bronze Spear and the Laser Lance, Solar could immediately run north to deal with the Megatar. But it looks as though he is leaving, probably headed back to the Windwalker to go to Act 2. Leoned now on his way through all of the Gourds here in Crustacea is not going to find much of anything useful or important. But still got to check them, looking for every last energy core fragment. So you got to be thorough. Oh, Solar headed north instead through the desert, probably on his way to the Beekeeper. Yep. Oh, okay, or getting a rock skip back to Nobilia. Is he just taking a different route? Yeah. I've never seen this before. Usually people just go, yeah, all right, crush. Oil and mushroom. Ugh. Once again, not great. Leoned's dog taking a big hit from a rogue there. Leoned picking up a couple of energy core fragments here, so both runners now have 10 of the 25, which is great. Still no other important things found. No diamond eyes, no gauge, no wheel. Levitate hasn't been found either. And the bonus bazooka has not been stumbled across yet. Solar on his way to Act 3 right now. He's going to try and punch through the enemies in the dungeon here in Ebon Keep in order to get the free bazooka, the assured bazooka. Atom Smasher for Leoned. Solar's also got some alchemy checks here. There's a call bead. Double drain. Leoned throwing himself in the pit and winding up at Horus's camp. A mud pepper, just in the stove. I assume that alchemy spell is not pulled off of the bookshelf. I always think it's pulled out of the stove that is like 10 feet off the ground there. I like to think that's what it is. Probably not. It's probably the bookshelf, but. All right, Solar doing this little kind of mini boss fight here against the enemies in the stained glass. Throwing down a bunch of earthquakes. And just doesn't waste any time. Just, you know, uses up some call beats. He's about to get a few more from Camilla here in just a second. And Leoned not fighting either of the bosses here on the west side of the river. And is going to head back across as well. Solar about to take his 50-50 shot here with Neris while Leoned goes up, up, and away. Nope. Hopefully, that's nothing important, but that is annoying. Because that's something you just gotta worry about in the back of your mind for the rest of the seed. So another energy core fragment found for Solar. And he is now going down into the dungeon while Leoned lands in Act 3. And is going to start his adventure here in Ebon Keep. Solar, remembering that Wings Glitch is allowed. So makes himself invulnerable, starts throwing Plague around. And he's just gotta kind of wait it out. Here comes Leoned's fight with these stained glass enemies. Solar cornering this poor little dinosaur, smashing him up. Leoned instead using his laser lance to take out the enemies instead of throwing a bunch of call beads. Leoned's not getting attacked. I guess did he use the Wings Glitch as well for this particular fight. So making it a slower fight than what Solar had, but instead of using a bunch of call beads, just using a single wings. One wings. One wings, please. Alright. Solar takes down all the enemies and is now granted access to Ebon Keep, the town. Leoned checking to see what spells are available from Queen Bluegarden. All right, Leoned's going to give his shot with Neris here. Let's see. Cure. Okay. It's not a big deal. Solar did not miss anything important. He just has the fear. That's all. It's just the worry in the back of the mind for the rest of the run until he just finds everything else that he needs. He's like, oh, I could go back. All right, Solar is going to come here and get some armor and pick up his bazooka. Leoned is now down in the dungeons and is going to cast a bunch of plagues. Also casts Wings Glitch on himself. And Solar has a bazooka now. Ho, 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 I have a bazooka now. And with Infinite Ammo Glitch, has all of the Thunderballs boy could dream of. Leoned also bullying a dinosaur there. Ooh, a dino skin and a shell hat. Solar will not put those on. Why bother? Leoned running around hunting down, like, what enemy is still alive? Alright, now he lets the robot out. And is gonna Electabolt it a few times. Alright. Doesn't want to wait on Plague. Wow, that didn't kill it. Insane. Solar learns Regrowth, which could be helpful if he winds up finding Atlas later. Alright, so Leoned gets through this area a little bit faster than Solar did, since he didn't cast Plague on the robot and wait. He instead used a few Electrobolts. So that's going to make up a little bit of time. Nitro? Okay, what do we got here? Atlas Medallion and Grease. Get out of my face with that. And it happening. Oh, well. Solar's almost done with all of his ransacking. And now, yeah, almost 2/3 of the core fragments have been found. Leoned is now shopping. And he's going to be picking up his bazooka as well. Go ahead and mark that. And now here comes Solar's fight. Against, whatever his bucket is. I can't think, my brain has stopped. Verminator. I had to wait for it to pop up. I was like, what is this kid? What is this boss's name? It was just gone. It was a complete blank. Alright, so a bunch of lances thrown, and now Solar just sitting back and with his wings glitch on. The dog explodes and is unfazed. So Solar's just going to sit back and bazooka this rat in the face until he decides to give up. So no damage from that drain that was cast, but Verminator still gained some health. Just kind of undid about a half a bazooka shot. Acid Rain just kind of slowing everything down. And Solar continues chipping away. Should be done pretty soon if the Verminator decides to take a little break from all of his casting. There we go. Okay, Verminator down. Last minute drain. Heals nothing but the air itself. Levitate off of Verminator. Okay. We need to find an alchemist to activate it, and hopefully it is something that is feasible to cast. Because that is required, since sequence breaks are not allowed. That is something that is required to get into the volcano. As well as into Tiny's hideout. if it comes to that. All right. So Solar's just kind of buying up some stuff. I don't think he checked. Oh, here we go. Here's the... Oh, he doesn't have it equipped. He needs to find another alchemist. He needs to go talk to the old woman. Because Lance, I guess, doesn't equip alchemy spells. He just sells ingredients. So he's got to talk to the regrowth old woman. Or find some other alchemist. Maybe go talk to Tinker. To actually set it up and see what is required to cast Levitate. Here comes Leoned's fight now against Verminator. Is going to set up the wings glitch and become invincible. And, is he gonna cast some stuff? He doesn't have anything except for regrowth, so I guess Bazooka's away. I could. Alright, he's gonna throw a plague on it. Solar learns Cure from Neris, and it's not important, but it is nice to have that out of the way. Oh, and I didn't see what Levitate was. He turned it on, but I didn't see what the requirements were. So Solar is looking like he's on his way out of Act 3. And Leoned's just leaning back, casually, against the gate, and just firing shot after shot at this giant rat. Oh! And another drain. That's gonna slow things down a little bit in this fight. Where's Solar off to? Let's see. Is he going back to Act 2? Yes, back to Nobilia. Alright. Verminator goes down for Leoned. Solar comes back and sees that everybody is gone from the bazaar and is about to start his fight sequence with Vigor, the Indestructible. But first, it's all of the Gourds in the prison, the waiting room. So Leoned not heading back into Ebon Keep to buy any ingredients like Solar did. He's just plunging forward. Solar now being introduced into the dungeon. Leoned's going to talk to Tinker. Alright, let's see what Levitate. Oh, Tinker also doesn't turn the ingredients on or the alchemy on and off. Well, dang. But he's talking to Tinker now 3 times. What are you doing? Yeah, I guess an accident was that 3rd time. I don't know. Leoned's now up, and away. Solar's going to open up these gourds and see what we've got here in these 8 gourds here. Nothing. Okay. So not required. Anything in the gourds, no energy core fragments, no wheel, nothing like that. But let's see if Vigor himself is required. Solar's about to start that fight while Leoned lands south of the desert. And let's see where he's headed. Is he going to head west first to go across the river? He's going to go talk to Blimp. Okay. He was trying to find out... No, maybe not. Oh, he hasn't. He also hasn't gone to the Beekeeper. Yep, that's where he's headed. So he'll pick up an alchemy spell there and be able to turn on Levitate at that point. And also see what is required for Levitate. He's scooting through the sand. Solar getting pelted by the adoring fans. They're throwing him snacks to keep his health up for the fight. Alright, Levitate is crystal and mushroom. So, we'll need to visit Act 3 to get mushroom. Oh my gosh! Vigor was coming in hot! Did about a quarter or a third of Solar's damage in that one hit. Oh no! Solar's got plenty of healing, though. Yeah, he's going to take a moment. Leoned now starting the sequence with Vigor. Alright. Solar finishes his fight as Leoned starts up the cutscene sequence. So we're seeing the runners just kind of like do the same stuff, just one after the other. Solar's kind of leading Leoned along. But Leoned's kind of catching up by just not backtracking. Slow burn, oh boy! So excited for slow burn. So nothing lucrative from the Vigor fight, nothing in the Gourds in the waiting area, and nothing from the boss itself. But that will allow for the tiny rock to be thrown if they cast Levitate and also get a tapestry. But Solar is out of here, is leaving Nobilia. Leoned's about to start his fight now with Vigor. Oh, there's Atlas from Blimp. Okay, and is it castable? Yes, limestone and clay. All right. Great find there. So now we just need to set up. We've got Poison, we've got Confound, obviously from the spiders and the Mad Monks right outside of the cave door. I think he has Regrowth. He has... what else? Can't cast Force Field. Maybe has something from a Call Bead, though. Alright, so yeah, Solar is out here looking for a Spider Bite. There it is, Poison off the first shot. Wow. Orange Jesus smiles upon Solar today. Oh my gosh, and Plague off the first hit too? Hacks. Alright. There is the Pixie Dust, the Regrowth. Leoned getting a little drive-by from Vigor. And there's Atlas. And now Solar just needs to get decked in the face. Oh, one more good hit. And this should be it. Leoned finishes his fight with Vigor. Solar checking the stats, and he gets it. All right. So, it's murdering time for Solar. Incredible RNG, though. Getting Poison off the first Spider Bite and getting Plague off of the first Mad Monk hit. That's what you want. You want all of the diseases to stack up as quickly as possible. Leoned picking up Slow Burn from his fight with Vigor. Alright, so this is a fresh, new seed for Solar. Getting that Atlas off of Blimp, as well as being able to get the glitch triggered. So he's gone across the river. Let's see if he decides to go first. North to the halls. Oh, north into a pit. Up. Dresses the dog. Does not dress himself. And loads up on some alchemy ingredients. Okay, Solar headed north to the halls and is going to do the Megatar fight first. Leoned scooting back and forth. Oh, there it is. There's the rock skip. All right, got to check the gourds. Got to check the pots. Leoned is going to be excited finding Atlas for himself and seeing that it is castable, clay, and limestone. So that is his next objective as well. Uh-oh. Solar falling into the pit. Trying to make his way up to this other gourd here. Nothing. Okay. Nope. Falls into the pit again. Whatever. It's just a few seconds. Leoned looking through all of his alchemy, turning things on and off, making sure that he has stuff available. So here comes Solar's fight with Megatar. Blam, dead. All right, Leoned running north. Let's see if he gets the same RNG that Solar did. Finds a spider. Nope. All right, there's one attack. There. Oh, okay, second attack. Nice. There's a bronze chest plate from the Megatar, so nothing important. All right, let's see if Leoned can get... Oh, he may not be relying on a Mad Monk hit. He might just go, okay, well, I've got this. I can cast everything that I need. Yeah, he's just casting Regrowth and Shield. He's just doing it all himself. And he's waiting for one of these rogues to hit him. Oh my gosh. There we go. All right, let's see if he triggers this as well. Yeah, he doesn't look... He looks with his fists. He doesn't check the stats. Well, now he checks the stats. But first he checked the smears of blood across the sand and said, yes, I have succeeded. But also, let me just confirm. With data, you know, make sure, yes, I am actually incredibly strong now. The charts have come back and they've said yes, very strong. All right, Solar, careful. Do you remember the pattern? Yes. All right, Leoned's leaving, headed back to Act 1. So now we have a divergence. After 40 minutes of our runners kind of doing the same stuff in mostly the same order. Leoned did the southern jungle before doing the bug muck. But otherwise... Here comes Solar's fight with the Minotaur, and there it goes. All right, 2 quadrants down for Solar in the halls. Leoned has now come back to Act 1 and is on his way up the cliffside of the volcano. Some mushrooms found in that pot. That's nice. For Levitate, right? Levitate needed mushrooms, I believe. All right, Leoned takes down the raptors and gets Revive. All right, Solar's headed into the 3rd quadrant now. And Leoned's riding the waves up the 1,000 damage. Boom. Simple, you know, easy 1,000 damage. Riding the waves up the cliffside of the volcano. In and out of the catacombs. Finding some extra wings. All right. Recouping some of the wings that have been cast already. An Atlas medallion. All right, Solar's now in his 4th and final quadrant, on his way to the Mad Monk. As well as Madronis's brother. Leoned not headed up to the Alchemist. I guess, you know, alchemy and bosses are pooled together with an emphasis on bosses, so... He feels like, you know, I've got Atlas. I don't need any more alchemy. I'm looking for, like, strong, important checks, key items. So here comes the fight with the Viper Commander. Number 1, Vipers go down very quickly. And just waiting for him to descend. There we go. Okay, Mad Monk goes down. Gets a bronze axe for Solar. Viper Commander goes down for Leoned, and he gets a diamond eye. So 2 important items found. It's good for Solar to find, you know, to come to the halls first and pick up that bronze axe. So now he can immediately head south. You know, doing it the other way around would have been just frustrating to go through most of the pyramid and then come and go through everything here in the halls, find the bronze axe at the end and go, oh, I gotta go back to the pyramid. Bleh. So he's gonna be happy about that. That he didn't do stuff backwards. Speed learned. Okay. Leoned going ahead and moving that rock out of the way. Oh, the volcano entrance. And Solar is now done with everything in the halls. He's going to drop down, head back to Horse's camp. Learns Call Up, not a big deal. Leoned finding a bronze chest plate. Not equipping it, not caring. Alright, and Solar on his way south now with that newly acquired bronze axe into the pyramid, while Leoned is headed into the volcano. A lot of gourd checks in both of these locations, as well as a mini boss fight and a major boss fight for both of our runners. We'll probably be seeing both of them do both of these locations, but just kind of when, you know. Will they decide to swap and go to the different checks? All right, another energy core fragment found for Solar. And Solar's done with his first level here. Leoned still moving through and checking gourds in this first area of the volcano. And is now headed... Oh, wait, one more. Couple more gourds. Hold on. Alright, now into the back of the volcano. There's the gauge for Solar. A gold-plated vest. And then what from this alchemist? Drain. Alright, Solar dropping down to the main level of the pyramid. And Leonid's now on his way through the remainder of the back part of the volcano, on his way to the second Viper Commander fight. All right, here comes Leonid's fight with the Viper Commander. Boom, done. Spider Claw. Nothing super impressive. He's going to wing out and run back in. Oh, there it is. I was like, we're in vertical mode right now with that screen, whatever that was, that blackout. Leoned about to go through the rest of the volcano here. Is going to be on his way back to the sewers in the back. He's trying to keep the dog as far south on the screen as possible. Here comes Solar's fight with the Sons of Anhur. And a Crusader Sword. Neat. More weapons. Lots and lots of weapons. Particle bombs found. Not a big deal now that Atlas has been found and engaged, but it's something. So yeah, both of these locations hold energy core fragments, so they both have to be done, which makes sense. There's a ton of gourds in both of these dungeons. But also Solar, finding the gauge is important. And now that he's rescued the dog, he is on his way to the top of the pyramid to go fight Rimsala and finish out his full clear of the pyramid. Alright, Leoned's about to hit the switch here and open up the portcullis to go and fight Magmar. Solar sitting back with his newly acquired particle bombs, not getting confounded, and is just shooting away at Rimsala, who goes down off-screen. Off-screen death. Tragic. And what's our reward? The Hornspear. Wow, more weapons. God. Alright. So that's everything on this side of the river for now. Until the two Diamond Eyes are found in the Aegis fight takes place. Leoned finally, through the Fire Eyes Double Trouble cutscene, and is going to take down Magmar. There he goes. Alright, and that is everything for the volcano. Barrier. Now, one thing that's nice about this is after this long cutscene, Leoned will be winding back up in Act 2 and can immediately run to the left to cross the river to go do everything that Solar just did. So, I think that was the point of this kind of setup of doing this first. Solar was about to land at Act 3, changes his mind, pulls back at the last second, and goes back to Act 1 and lands over by the swamp and the volcano. So that is one thing that Leoned did not do, was go to the swamp, which Solar is now going to go check out. A lot of gourds in the swamp as well. The possibility of, I mean, even finding one fragment here is going to be something good for Solar, which means that Leoned's going to have to backtrack and come back to Act 1 and go through the swamp himself. There it is. All right, yeah, so Leoned will have to come back and do the swamp. Now, that being said, if he has 24 fragments and he finds that one, and he's done, you know, if that's his go mode fragment, then he doesn't have to continue through the swamp. He doesn't have to continue on to fight Salabog. So, that actually may be nice if he finds all of the other fragments. But who's to say, you know, there's another fragment here somewhere. Or he comes and does this entire area first, and it's not his go mode fragment, you know? Or go mode in general. He still has to, like, fight the boss in hopes that, you know, the wheel is on Salabog or something like that. Leoned's actually leaving Act 2. I wonder... okay, we'll see where he's deciding to go. Yeah, a single fragment found in the swamp by Solar, and now he's on his way to the Salabog fight. Leoned headed to Act 3. Okay. So he's gonna go through the forest. He's checking... I saw him menuing to check to see how many wings he had, so just want to make sure that that was ready to go. for going backwards through the forest. Solar deciding what is the best thing to throw. Alright, Salabog goes down. For Solar, Leoned has made it through the dungeon now and is on his way through the sewers underneath Ebon Keep. Also, you know, with that Night Basher, that means that Gomi Tower is in logic. Was in logic from a very early point in the seed. So that means the whole Mongola loop is viable. Let's see what he decides to do first. He's going to climb. Well, probably fight the dragon, the Drake first. Yeah, here comes the Drake fight first for Leoned, and it'll also give him a lot of money. What do we get from Blimp? It is a bazooka. Double bazooka. Wow, Blimp's just out here in the boonies with a bazooka. There is the wheel. Oh my gosh, there is an energy core fragment in Blimp's hut. Okay, yeah, so you have to do the entirety of the swamp. There are 2 energy core fragments, one at the very beginning and one in Blimp's hut. Alright, Leoned will have to come back and do that then. Right now, Solar is winging out and headed to do everything else on the volcano ledge. Leoned, fighting the boys on the bridge halfway through the forest, takes them down very easily. Solar about to start his fight with the raptors in the cave. So 2 mini-boss fights going on. Leoned gets a diamond eye, alright. So, to get the rocket ship, Leoned just needs to go do the pyramid, but in order to complete the game, he'll have to go back to Swamp. And Leoned just was doing that. He's not going to go back and fight the foot soldier, foot knight. Alright, Solar clears out all the gourds on the cliffside of the volcano. Leoned's still running forward through the forest. Rarely seen in the randomizer. It's people running actually forward through the forest. And, oh, here we go, climbing Gomi Tower. Which, here's the thing. It's gonna put him at Ivor Tower anyway. Might as well go ahead and do these things so he doesn't have to come, like, loop all the way back to do them. And then can check through all of the gourds in the town and everything like that. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. There is a diamond eye for Solar, his first one. And there are 3 diamond eyes in the pool, as per usual, as the randomizer does. So we don't know where that 3rd one is, but there is one here at the first Viper Commander fight. There's one from the bad boys on the bridge. Or no, that was the wheel. The other diamond eye was from the Drake. Yeah, Solar headed south through the Mammoth Graveyard. He's about to get these last few gourds here in the northern part of the jungle and then head into the volcano. Which will give him some energy cores, but nothing else. And a whole bunch of nothing on the tower itself. Horses regenerate magic. All right, neato. Solar's dog gets gobbled up in a drive-by. Solar at 22 fragments. I forget how many there were in the volcano, but there were at least a couple. I don't know if the other 3 remaining energy fragments are in the volcano. But I'm pretty sure Leoned found 2. Solar scavenging the mammoth graveyard for some ingredients. I don't know what he's looking for, if he's just picking stuff up to pick stuff up. And Leoned, I think, has done all of the gourds now, all of the chests on the tower. And as we cross the 1 hour mark, Leoned is about to start his fight. Oh, he's about to get dropped off the tower. See ya. Gotta run back up. Show this meanie who's boss. Yeah, Solar just picking up a bunch of stuff. Just kind of around. Even though it's vanilla checks, I don't know what he's looking for in particular. Oh man, wombo combo for Leoned. Oh, I hope that drink doesn't take him out. Ooh, big dodge. Way to go. God, Leoned is way on down there. He's trying to slap him. He just needs to throw... He just, like, use the bazooka. Did he use wings? No, he couldn't have used wings. Yeah, he's got to use something else to take this guy down. He can't get too close. Nope, he's getting grabbed again. Yeah, you get too close, you get snatched. Solar needed to buy something. What was he out of for Levitate? Was he out of stuff for Levitate? Oh, Solar trying to run back north and going, oh, well, we should talk to Fire Eyes first. He's got to run back. I think he's trying to skip this whole thing. Yeah, he's like, I don't want to talk to Fire Eyes. I'm going to fly north. God, Leoned is just not getting close enough to get the Atlas glitch damage in. And instead is just getting dropped off and taking a ton of damage. He just needs to... Yeah, okay, there we go. Finally, he gets on top of Sterling. He gets north of him. Oh my gosh, that was a gruesome fight for Leoned. But he succeeded. Didn't die. Didn't have to redo it. So, you know, slow fight. But a one-off success. Yeah, Solar just flies north to skip the cutscene. Doesn't want to talk to Fire Eyes again. I don't have time to talk to you. Instead, it has to run all this way around. Back through the Mammoth Graveyard. Leoned learning escape. And is about to hitch a ride on Sterling and go fight Mongola. Solar now finally looping back around. Coming into the volcano. He's going to be going through this whole check. Oh my gosh, energy core fragment. Oh no, there was one. Okay, so yeah, it looks as though there's 2 here in the volcano. And then that is the last energy core fragment. Is in the sewers. Oh, that's such a gross location. Ugh. And Leoned has to do the swamp as well as the halls and or the hall, whatever. And the pyramid. That sucks. That is a location of one of the 25 required energy core fragments. Absolutely disgusting. All right, there's one for Solar. He's going to find one more in here. And then that last one is way out of the way for him. And he's not going to want to do that. He's not going to want to climb Gomi Tower. He's going to try and do, like, anything else in the game. Titanium Vest. I didn't realize that Leoned picked that up, and Solar picked it up as well. Solar's dog taking damage from something. I don't know. There's a big, like 50 or 60 on the screen from something. I don't know what. Leoned not fighting Mongolia yet, is instead gonna run through. Oh, he's gonna run through and check all of these chests. But there's nothing here for him. Well, yeah, we know where the gauge is. We know where the rest of the energy core fragments is. So Leoned's just burning time here. But he doesn't know that. He thinks, oh my gosh, look at all of these gourd checks I can do. And if need be, I may have to go get the skeleton key. Solar takes out the second Viper Commander and picks up a Spider Claw. Ooh. Wow. And Solar wings out and heads back in and is about to head back to the back portion, the sewers of the volcano. Maybe there's only one energy core fragment? I could have sworn there were two. Maybe there's one in the back. All right, yeah, Leoned is running through and checking all the gourds in the town. Maybe I've miscounted. Maybe there's one more energy core fragment out there, but I think that all of them, we've seen all of them. Cryoblast found. I mean, even with Atlas glitch, it's nice to have. All right, so now we got a lot of we got a long line of fumbling around that we're about to watch here. So everyone buckle in, because while... Okay, there's another core fragment. Okay, so I think now all of the locations have been found. So yeah, there is only one in the volcano. So the last two fragments for Solar to find are in the sewers of Ivor Tower. Yeah, and in one of the houses in the town. Leoned, however, will not be finding any more and needs to get back to the pyramid and the halls. Back to Act 2. And the swamp. And the swamp. Don't forget that. Solar has now made his way through the sewers in the volcano and is about to start his fight with Magmar. Leoned still running around and stealing shit out of the homes of these fine, upstanding citizens of Ivor Tower. And he's done with the sweep and is on his way south. A couple of chests here to check in the forest outside of the castle grounds, which he's not going for. And instead takes the well back to Act 2. Solar picking up Barrier after his quick fight with Magmar. And Leoned coming back to Act 2 with 2 Diamond Eyes could head back to trigger the Aegis fight. See, this is going to be the problem. I don't think that the Night Basher and the Atom Smasher allow you to cut through the barriers like the Bronze Axe does. I may be mistaken about that. You'd think that like each level of the axe would allow, like you'd need the Bronze Spear or the Lance or the Laser Lance in order to trigger the bridge lever that's across the chasm in the halls of Colossia, right? So they're kind of like stacks up. Like, as long as you find the lowest level one, anything above that, anything more powerful can still trigger it. You'd think that the bronze axe, you know, cuts down these walls here in the pyramid, that any axe above that, so that would be the Night Basher or the Atom Smasher, would allow you to do the same. But I don't think that's how it works. I don't think that does. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm completely wrong. All right, there's a fragment found for Leoned. Solar wakes up on the shores after his conquest in the volcano for a single energy core fragment and nothing else. So yeah, he's got to climb Gomi Tower. Leoned should be picking up the gauge here. Yep. Yeah, Solar has come back to Act 3 now. So it looks like both of our runners are kind of on the path to finishing everything out for each of their runs, each of their journeys, respectively. All right, Solar has made his way to the sewers underneath Ebon Keep. And so he'll probably be doing the same thing that we saw Leoned do. He's just picked up his 21st core fragment. And we'll probably take down some of the quick bosses that he can deal with, and then climb the tower. He doesn't want to get sent away from this location. Yep, turns around to go fight the Drake. So this will be a Diamond Eye for Solar. Or no, the wheel. My bad. So I guess the other Diamond Eyes with the boys on the bridge, I'm pretty sure they're found back to back. Leoned taking down the Sons of Anhur and getting his Crusader sword. And yeah, that's as far as he can go, yeah. Oh man, so yeah, he is doing stuff in the reverse order. Not that you would know, but he's going to go deal with the halls. And he's going to be frustrated that he did what I had said. Solar's probably glad that he did it in this way, and he'd be really frustrated. Here's Leoned doing... Oh no, he's headed back across the bridge. There is the second Diamond Eye for Solar. And... Oh no! Wait, he's thinking about it. He's going, okay, I need gourd checks. Where's Leoned headed? Oh, is Leoned... Oh my gosh, is Leoned going... Okay, let's go. I wonder if he's headed to Act 1. He's headed to the swamp. No, he just lands back at Tinker's workshop. What? What's happening here? Solar heading forward through the forest to head back to Gomi Tower. Oh, Leoned has everything to go to space. Gotcha. So he's going up and hoping that he can find the other 3 fragments up in space. Alright, yeah, Solar's come back to Gomi Tower and he's going to be climbing. So I guess that was another thing that Solar was going, okay, well, I have everything to go to space, and he's kind of wavering back and forth. Should I go to space? Should I do the Mongola check? Leoned, though, going, well, I'll just come to space. I'll just come do this. And there are Gourds up here to check. You know? Buying some space wings. And is headed back out onto the main area of Omnitopia. Yep, and he's going to be checking these Gourd checks in different storerooms and things like that. Oh, Solar... Oh no! Solar checked all of the Gourds. Solar checked all of the Gourds on Gomi Tower and backed out and went, oh, well, they're not here. And I think now he is headed back to Tinker's workshop to go to space. Oh no. Well, we're in it for a while now. Solar has to make it back. He'll have to re-climb Gomi Tower. Well, maybe not necessarily. He has to make his way back to Ivor Tower, and one of the energy core fragments is in the sewers. So that's either climbing Gomi Tower and getting Sterling to drop you off, or fighting the Foot Knight, like going all the way through the forest again. And then the other one is in the town of Ivor Tower. Leoned needs to get 2 of them. Yeah, so he's checking all of these chests here in Omnitopia and finding nothing. Yeah, Solar came back and is blasting off to space now. Same thing, he's going to be checking all of these Gourds in space. Gourds in space! Blah. But yeah, there were 2 in the swamp, and I think there's 1 more in the pyramid for Leoned? Or no, there's one in the halls. There's 1 in the halls. 2 in the swamp, 1 in the halls, as they say. As the kids say. It's a very tricky maneuver. Well, sit tight, everybody. This could, I mean... we're getting a full clear of so much stuff that we normally don't see. Just because there is no sequence break skip. Both of our runners will need to head back down to the surface. Leoned, first one, getting to the professor's laboratory. Solar dropping down to exchange some credits and load back up on wings as well. Same thing that Leoned did earlier. Whoo boy. Energize. Okay. A nice find. Not that it really matters since, you know, Atlas glitch, but okay. Man. That, I mean, it's just... Sit back. It's gonna last another... I don't know how long. Okay, Leoned's dropping back down to go to the surface. Okay, this is good. This is good. Although, he may go, ooh, let me check Aegis. You know, let me go fight Aquagoth. I'm looking for the Bronze Axe, potentially. So he's coming back to Act 1. This is, I mean, the only thing that he has left here is Swamp, which is going to give him 2 energy core fragments. So we'll be happy to see that. But then he'll have 1 more out there. 25 out of 25. And he's got to make his way to the halls. Which is nice. He won't need the Bronze Axe. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's in the halls, right? It's in the halls? Or is it further into the pyramid? I don't know. It's one of those places. There is 1 energy core fragment. He's checking to make sure how many does he have. Does it match up with what he's been tracking correctly? And it does. He has 23. He's going, well, I'm here. Let's keep going in the swamp. There's plenty more gourds. There is a boss fight. There's a lot of stuff to do here. Leoned eviscerating Frippos. Open up a lot of these lily pad bridges. Solar running around from junction to junction. Alright, is done opening gourds and is now about to go to the professor's lab. He'll be picking up Energize, which, whatever. But the big thing is that he'll be dropping also back to the surface. Alright, that is all of the gourds in the swamp. Leoned is about to start his fight with Salabog, which will allow him access to Blint's hut and get him his 24th fragment. And then he needs to go back to Act 2. And Solar needs to go back to Act 3 and get to Ivor Tower. Yeah. Solar's gonna check this last gourd, and he's dropping down. Back to the surface. Where are you headed? Yep, back to Act 3. Alright, so everybody's kind of on the path. It just comes down to Leoned going back to Act 2 and doing the right thing. And not dealing with the Aegis fight, not dealing with Tiny's hideout, not dealing with Aquagloth, not doing that whole thing. But instead going to, like I said, that last one, I can't remember if it's in the... I mean, it's going to push him to the halls. He can't go into the pyramid. So he's going to have to do the halls. So I assume that the last fragment is in the halls, since he can't do anything else. Alright, Solar has made his way into the sewers underneath Ivor Tower. Leoned talking to Blimp, and we'll be getting a bazooka. Bazooka number 2. But more importantly, we'll be getting his penultimate fragment. Solar, are you climbing? Nope. That's fine. He doesn't necessarily need to. He just needs to get back to Ivor Tower. So, winging back. It's going to be in a gourd. It's not going to be in a boss check. So, he's thinking, well, I've checked all of the stuff on the tower itself. Yeah, these fragments are going to be inside of gourds. They're not going to be on a boss. So Solar's climbing up out of the underground area under the chessboard. It's probably going to try and get the skip. Wait. Dog. Dog, please. Alright. Skips the Foot Knight fight and is headed to Ivor Tower. But one of them is in the sewers. He's got to go to the sewers as well as the town. Leoned is not headed north to turn in his diamond eyes. He's instead headed back west. Cross the river. So, yes, both runners are on... They're getting warmer. They're near their final piece of the puzzle. So Leoned will have to head north, because he's done everything that he can so far in the pyramid. Solar, oh no, is sending the dog down into the pit. Send him into the pit. I mean, the skeleton key is going to open up a lot of gourd checks. So, nope. Leoned drops off the face of the nothing into the void below. Easy does it. Easy. Oh! Fall number 2 for Leoned. Taking a little breather. I wonder if he's like looking up a map or something. Like, what is the layout? What is this little zigzaggy little thing? There we go. Okay, he gets across. Gets some wax. Hits a button. Falls into the pit again. Solar's got the Everpupper zooming through the ducts. Picks up the skeleton key. Leoned gets across that bridge, first try. Doesn't get what he needs. But he's unlocked the first quadrant, and so now he is about to head into the halls. Like I said, I don't remember if there's an energy core fragment in the halls, or if it is completing, fighting the Mad Monk and getting the bronze axe and going all the way back to the pyramid. But Solar's about to do... Alright, he's got the cutscene now. He's about to get imprisoned. Which is good, because that'll allow him to exit through the sewers and check the gourd next to the corrosion alchemist. Leoned taking another fall in this pit and having to redo that for this gourd that is nothing, unfortunately. But it could be the thing that he needs. Nope, yeah, just follow the dog. The dog's so confident. Just follow the dog. So yeah, this is actually nice for Solar, is it's going to force him to go through the sewers and check those 2 chests. And then from there, yeah, just he has to go into the town. It's somewhere in the town. And then he has to escape, go through the well, go across the river to zoom back up into space. Alright, that is the first quadrant done for Leoned. He's coming back in to fight the Minotaur. Blink and you'll miss it. Blink! Alright. Minotaur down. Solar's got a couple of enemies here to fight. Leoned's on his way now to the 3rd quadrant. Alright, Solar's inside of the sewers now. So yeah, he will be finding one of the fragments here. And I've got his camera up. I'm watching. Let's see what his reaction to this location is. He's running against the flow. Huge eye roll. Alright, that's the 3rd quadrant for Leoned. Running back into the halls. So he's on the way. Like I said, I don't remember. The seed has been insane. It's either in the 4th quadrant or he has to get the bronze axe and go back to the pyramid. Solar's going through this long cutscene here and is going to be presented before the queen. And then it has to go back out into the city. But then, I'm thinking about where they find their final ones. Like I said, Solar finding it in the town of Ivor Tower has to run all the way through Ivor Tower, out the gate and into the forest area, drop down into the sewer, or drop down into the well, and then wake up at Horse's camp, run across the river in order to fly back up. Whereas Leoned, if he finds it here, won't have to, he just wings out and heads across the river. All right, here's the bronze axe for Leoned. He's gonna be like, ah, dang. Horrible location for that. But Solar also has a bunch of checks that he now has access to because of the skeleton key. So yep, he's gonna do that first. Makes sense. So Leoned checking these last two gourds. Is this the... I'm trying to remember. I think he has to go back to the pyramid. Yep. Back to the pyramid. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, bronze axe required in order to get back into the later section of the pyramid. Solar on his video feed is lounging and seething. It is the most relaxed anger and frustration. He's like, yeah, I gotta go do all this shit. And Leoned's can't be too happy. Oh my gosh, get these bones out of the way. I gotta send my dog into the ancient tomb. All right. Has Solar checked? Yeah, Solar has checked all of the things that the skeleton key had to offer, so now he's got to go into the town itself. And Leoned has got to weave through this entire maze to get back to the dog, to get back to the lower area. And there's one gourd somewhere on the main level that has his final fragment. Solar picking up the cryoblasts. Leoned switching over to that newly found accursed bronze axe. Solar getting mildly excited about seeing a long piece of text. There is Leoned's final energy core fragment hidden behind the bronze axe at the save point in the walls. And he's in go mode now. And there is the final fragment for Solar as well. And Solar is just further away from his flying machine, unfortunately. And Solar is just pumping the A button, trying to will the dog to run through the streets. Same thing Leoned is doing, the cha-cha-cha-cha running man. Running with a single leg out in front. Alright, Leoned is going up to space first. Man. So much of the game done. Just an insane amount. Solar finally makes it back. And that's the thing, is like both of them found their final piece like within seconds of each other. But Solar found his go mode in a much worse location. Alright, Leoned turning in his pieces to get a full energy core. And Solar is making his way, sprinting across the front lawn of Crustacea. And he's headed up. Leoned has made it back to the opening area of Omnitopia and is dropping down now into the sewers below. And we'll be ready to start his boss fight. Well, so once again, it still could be, so Solar gets his energy core, that Leoned just has a really rough fight. Just like bad RNG with the motions of the Raptors or Rimsala or something like that, because it is a full boss rush. So Leoned's now slapping down the speakers and fans in this opening part, and now I get to sit back and go through this whole ordeal. And Solar's now dropping in to the sewers as well, and we'll be starting up in just a moment for his full boss run. So yeah, it comes down to basically RNG on being able to pin certain enemies down. So that's the first wave of Raptors for Leoned, and Solar is now dropping in to start his fight. So let's see if Solar can make up some time here with either, like I said, just cleaner execution or better enemy movement RNG. But Leoned is really, pinning down those Raptors. So, very well done. And so he is through phase number 2. Solar starting his first phase here of Raptors. Oh, and groups them together. Pushes them against the TV. Nice. All right, Leoned trying to group them together. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is, Leoned's getting a lot of misses in. And, okay, now has them stuck down in the southern part of the room. That's good. Oh, a lot of misses still. Okay, that is the third wave of Raptors done for Leoned. Solar starting his second one. Oh my gosh, what a great catch. Pushes them both down south. All right, here comes the Rimsala wave for Leoned. Uh-oh, it's getting away from him. Okay, good. He trapped one. Okay, there we go. Nice. Doing some good cleave damage there. 2 of them down. Third one down. Okay. And Solar takes out his, I think that is his third wave of Raptors. So it's just a single wave difference. All right, here comes the fight with the bad boy. Boom, done, popped. But now the fight with the Dark Toaster, who could scoot all over the map. Oh, but Leoned gets him pinned. Solar catching a couple of the Rimsalas next to each other. Oh, really pinning that one down. All right, Solar takes down his 3 Rimsalas, and Dark Toaster is getting pinned and taken down. All right. Oh, and we got the appropriate music randomly rolled in here. Solar starting his fight with the bad boy. Leoned about to start his fight with Metal Magmar, and just gotta hope to burst him down before the first wave of healing sets in. That's the thing, you just gotta slap away. And with that Atlas glitch, though, this should be a surefire thing. Yep, okay, and Leoned is now starting his fight against Carltron's robot. And Solar, accidentally killing the bot and having to slap down a Death Spider. And here comes his fight with Metal Magmar. Or he decided to slap down the bot and trigger a Death Spider. And there it is. Leoned is done with a time of 1 hour, 37 minutes, 49 seconds. GG's. Solar will be finishing up in just a minute. There goes Metal Magmar for Solar. Wow. Really close race here. And so Solar should be done in the next 30 seconds. Let's hang out and watch him work his magic as well. Boom! And there it is. Solar finishing with a time of 1 hour, 38 minutes, 15 seconds. GG's to both runners. What is that, 26-second time difference? Oh my gosh, they were all over the place. All over the place looking for these fragments. And they were just in some horrible locations. On top of that, like, Leoned going and doing most of the pyramid first, and then going to the halls, finding the bronze axe, and going, and then he has to go back to the pyramids. Like, that's time wasted. Solar dealing with the whole sequence of getting the skeleton key from the woman in the vents, and then going and checking all of those chests first, when he just needed to do his last check, in the town itself. Not that, anybody knows, there's no hint. You just know that all of the energy core fragments are in chests, are in gourds. So you gotta go check all the gourds. And there's some gourds that are locked behind some stupid sequences. So yeah, I mean, what a horrible seed. But they did it efficiently as as wound up full clearing a bunch of stuff and having to double back and do some things like that. But, got through all of the bosses that they needed to, didn't do anything extra, didn't go fight Colaptera, didn't have to go deal with, the Aegis fight or deal with Aquagoth or anything like that. Didn't have to go into Tiny's hideout. That would have sucked. And been like, oh, well, there's one energy core fragment in Tiny's hideout. You know, that's behind a long sequence of bosses and running around the world and stuff like that. So, yeah, wow, just gross. 25 out of 25 fragments. Ugh, man, what a seed. Well, GG's once again to both Leoned and Solar for getting through this god-awful seed. Congratulations. Well played. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening and watching this commentary. If you would like to play the Evermizer yourself, there's a link below in the description of the video to the website where you can either generate a seed via the website or download a program to allow you to generate seeds on your own local computer. There's also a link to the Evermizer Discord if you want to go and check that out. Join the Discord, ask some questions from some very experienced runners, not only in the randomizer, but also in the speedrunning community. Very knowledgeable, very friendly group there. If you have some questions about getting seeds set up, or if you want to run the weekly seed yourself, if this one didn't scare you off too bad, you can come and participate and try your hand and race against some people in the community there as well. Also, be sure to check out Leoned and Solar on various platforms. I think they're both on Twitch, and Solar also has a YouTube channel. Go give them likes and follows and everything like that. Show them some support as well. That is it for me. Thank you once again so much for tuning in and listening to this commentary. And that's it for me. I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.